So far, we've assumed that the customer has a need, rather like the patient in the doctor's surgery. You don't visit the doctor unless you need medical help. So when you walk in, the doctor typically asks, what's the problem? But what if the customer doesn't have a problem? What if the customer is perfectly happy with the current situation, with the current suppliers? If the customer has no problem and no need for you to address, what then? Should you be even selling to a customer who doesn't have a clear need in mind? The answer to this is that this is where your hopefully superior knowledge becomes important. Because the reality is that new products and services are being introduced every day. All of the new products and services which are on the market are designed to help the customer in some way. But as a customer, you can't possibly know about all these different products and services and the potential benefits they might bring you. You just don't have the time to go about looking for them. You recall that at the beginning of this program, we defined selling as helping the customer to buy. So an important part of the salesperson's role, and certainly the account person's role, is to help the customer recognize that there are products and services available which can significantly help the customer. They might be able to help the customer do things faster, cheaper, better, more efficiently, who knows? But the point here is that it's the salesperson's role, the account manager's role, to help the customer understand about these opportunities and the potential benefits that they can bring the customer. Of course, you can only help the customer in this way if you really understand the customer situation and specific needs. If you don't have this level of specific knowledge, then you'll only be able to offer a general solution. And it's unlikely that this will be strong enough to encourage the customer to consider an alternative to the current apparently acceptable supplier and product or service. Far too many salespeople and account managers are reactive when it comes to selling. In other words, they wait for the customer to come to them with a request. When they get the request, then they do take action, and mostly they do a good job. But they're not looking for the opportunity to help the customer in the first place, to take the initiative, to talk to the customer about solutions that the customer's never considered because they're not sufficiently familiar with the customer's specific issues and needs. On the other hand, the best salespeople and the best account managers take a far more proactive approach to their customers, which means they're constantly seeking solutions to problems and opportunities which the customer has not yet discovered. And as a result, they not only win more business, but they're more highly rated and respected by the customer because these are the people who've reached the level of trusted advisor. Now, this sounds easy to talk about, but it's very difficult for many salespeople and account managers, precisely because they don't have the knowledge. They haven't taken the time to really understand the customer and the customer's needs. And so they don't know what the unstated needs might be. So selling and account management is not just about addressing the customer's need, it's about finding the need even when the customer doesn't see it. How should we do this? Well, what you can't do is tell the customer that you have a better solution. That tends not to be very effective because the customer's not even recognized the problem or the need yet. You can't solve a problem or need the customer hasn't recognized. So we use questions. We use questions to probe and to uncover the hidden opportunities. Questions such as, do you ever find yourself in the situation when? How much does it cost when? If you could do this faster, cheaper, better, how could that help you? Most of us want to find better ways of doing things. And so if a salesperson or account manager poses the question, most of us would take the time to consider it. We'll almost certainly respond to the salesperson or the account manager whom we trust and whose opinion we value. So the task is to understand the customer situation so well that we can recognize how our products and services could help, and then use questions to probe, and so identify the improvement opportunity. Let's see how this might work in a role play. In this situation, the salesperson has visited the customer and has completed the initial routine part of the visit. But the salesperson has another objective for the visit. In this case, the salesperson wants to see if there could be an opportunity for one of their products. We'll assume that another supplier currently has all of this business.